Welcome to Einstein's disease. Through real-world insights and powerful conversations with industry leaders, we help you break past limitations and rethink success. Are you ready to push the boundaries of what's possible?
Good evening. This is Greg Eddolls, your host of Einstein's disease. And tonight I have the fortune of having back an old friend, Jonathan Duquette. Jonathan, how are you doing tonight?
Good, and you?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you again. Jonathan is the founder and owner of GoNano. We had Jonathan on back in March. Just a great story. It's really, when I think about what Einstein's disease is about, entrepreneurs, helping people out, our viewers and listeners, we got some wonderful feedback the first time we talked to you because you are successfully building something across a big audience. You found an addressable market and you found a way to do something that's unique through your nanotechnology. And with all that being said, the reason that I wanted to have you back is, as a leader of a company, you find yourself tackling, whether it be challenges, whether it be trying to improve your product, improve your customer service. And in the world that we're in today, when I was reading about, Charles shared with me your new warranty program, and it's great. It's a subscription service like many people are used to, but not quite as often. But you're the leader of a company, and you've helped millions of people out with their roofs. You've got some great dealer networks. I've met some of your dealers already. You've got to educate them. You have to educate your old customers. You got to be thinking about moving forward. And so you're facing a different challenge as a business. Before, you were just running saying, I've got a new product, this is what it does, people were happy with it. Now you're growing your business and you're building a bigger moat around your product. You're building a more sustainable for your dealer network to be able not only to continue to sell your product, but most importantly, to keep their customers and your customers very happy. So I really want our listeners out there that are business owners that are trying to figure out how to tack with their business, Jonathan, like you did. You didn't change what you did. You're trying to provide more.
Yep.
And that's what has to happen with every business. If you don't change, you die.
Yep.
And you're seeing that. I'd like you to share a little bit about what you're doing, and most importantly, how you're overcoming some of those challenges, because that's what we really want to explore today.
Yeah, Greg, really great question right there. GoNano has been out there for over 6 years now, right? So we saw a lot of things. We are in pretty much all the markets, all the states, and all the province in Canada as well. So we saw so many different roofs. But what stands us apart is really the research part, right? What we've been doing is just testing shingles and seeing like how they age in different market, and how do we address these market, right, differently maybe. So what we found out is that, for example, in Texas, a shingle will age a lot faster than everywhere else, right? Because the suns, the heat, all of that, humidity, sometimes the rains, the contraction, it's gonna age a shingle really, really rapidly. And what we faced out, right? So when we talk with consumer, what are you looking for? Right now, the model that we were utilizing is that you either have a 5-year warranty to 15 years old warranty, depending on the age of the roof, right? Let's say it's a younger roof, it's gonna be 15, older roof, it's gonna be 5 to 10 year prorated warranty. But going forward, we were like, why? We have all the data. We've been working with, it's called Green Center Canada. And we tested our product on a shingle that was disposed, right? It was a shingle that was in the yard. And we brought up shingle from Texas as well and tested those shingle. And we applied our solution called Revive Extreme on these really, really old shingle. And what we found out is that not only the shingle was okay now and much better, it was actually better than a brand new shingle.
Wow.
So when the data show for impact resistant, wind resistant, flexibility, that 15 years old shingle, after the application of our product, that shingle turned out to be better.
And from that testing, I mean, how much testing did you do?
We invested, right? We invested over $750,000 in research, and every year we're just continuing that, because our goal is just to gather as much of data as possible, because that's what's needed in the market, right? There's so many people out there that are going to be like, oh yes, our product is great, where's the data, right? What have you done to showcase that it's really going to work? And it was normal. When we started, we had nothing, right? And it's hard to get at the beginning, but that's where we reinvested all our money at the beginning. And that's really our mantra now in the company, is like, let's push and let's see like what the data is going to show us. And during that data phase, what we found out is that, hey, why not we could offer homeowners a way of peace of mind for the rest of their life. Right? Because it's like everything else. If you maintain your car, you're doing the oil change and you're doing all the maintenance, literally it's going to be good for over 200,000 miles, right? If you're doing everything that's supposed to be done to it, right? Same thing with a leather jacket. Go outside with your leather jacket, don't do anything on it. After 5, 6, 7 years, it's going to start to crack. But if every year you take a little bit of time and just treat the leather, make it look good, on the 20 years later, that coat's going to be as good as when it was new, right? Maybe some ripple or little things like that, but it's still going to look amazing. So the idea of starting a new warranty was, hey, if you have a brand new roof, if we come back every 5 years and retreat it, you're going to be good for 100 years.
100 years.
100 years, because the data shows us that we slow down the aging by 80 to 90%. But if we do it every 5 years, literally, it's never really going to age. And the other thing that we found out during our research is that we are not only decreasing the aging speed, but we are increasing the impact resistance, the wind resistance. So for a market like Texas, this is amazing, right?
Right.
To know that, hey, okay, I just spent $25,000, $30,000, $35,000 on that new roof, hey, and I can maintain it, right, with a subscription, and then every 5 years or 3 to 5 years, there's going to be someone that's going to show up, look your roof, inspect your roof, but at the same time, if it's needed, we're going to retreat it right away, and then you're not scared about that next hailstorm, right? You're fine. And same thing, same ideology for older roof with Revive Extreme. We have it's going to be up to 40 years of extra life.
That's fantastic. And I was doing some research because I was thinking about looking at your new subscription service, and we'll get into some of the challenges that you have in terms of communication and how you've overcome those. But the normal homeowner spends anywhere from 2 to 10%. I know it's a wide variance every year on home maintenance.
Yep.
So what you're really doing is you're providing them the ability to insert this into their home maintenance program every 5 years. But also allowing that $30,000 or $40,000 roof to last forever, into perpetuity, really, because you own a home, you're probably not going to be around for that 100th year, but the house can be, and your product can, and that's what you're trying to, that's what you're going to achieve with this. So you're the CEO of this company, you're the founder of this company, and you're making this tact and you're going in this direction. How did you go about thinking about messaging this to your dealer community, to your consumers? Talk to us about that process, because that's work.
Yep.
You're doing something that's in the end going to improve the product that you've given them, right?
Yep.
And help the dealers out, because they're going to be able to provide something that lasts longer, works well for them, but at the same time, it's education again. And we talked about the first time,
Yep.
and it's one of the biggest challenges that anybody faces when they start a business. Everybody thinks they know everything and they don't need what you've got,
Yep.
right? So now you're back in that education again.
Yeah.
Tell us how you thought about that and what's been your process, because that's a challenge.
It is, because as you grow a company, what you found out is that everything that you add, it's another company within a company, right? So everything that you change has major impact, right? Especially when we're at over 270 dealers across North America, right? In 2 countries, Canada and the US. So there's a lot of different things that you need to, so it's not like, oh, I think of that, let's run it tomorrow. No, it's gonna take a lot more plan than that. We are actually rolling it out right now. So we're testing out the market with a couple of peoples, right? You're not rolling it out to everyone right away because it's too complicated. So the way on how to do it the right way is really start with small place and with your trusted one. Let's get it started. And once you have a process and everything's built around it, then you start to enlarge it, right? You start to provide it to more and more people. That's really the main goal. So at GoNano, we have people that's been with us for over 5 years now. So these guys knows exactly all about the processes, right? So it's gonna be the first one that we're gonna go through because we trust them and start building that whole new model with them.
Right. And back to one of the big challenges, and I know we've talked about this before and we're going to continue to talk about it, but you just get people to say, no, I don't want to do that, or this is too hard. What's been some of the feedback that you've gotten? How does, you've had to make some changes, even though as you roll it out, right? You're providing the messaging. Charles is somebody in your company is providing that messaging. And those are challenges that you have to face. And what have been some of the challenges that you've experienced with your dealer community in this so far?
So it comes back to the beginning, right? There's going to be some people that are happy about it. There's going to be some people that are not happy about it, right? The idea behind it is really to look forward and where we are aiming for, right? As a brand, our idea is to become the largest company in the space because we have the best product, we are building the best network out there. And our idea is to give the best solution to the homeowner.
Right.
And when we talk to our network, what we are always saying is that it's consumer first, right? So it's not about only you, it's about the consumer. But our dealer likes it too. Why? Because now we provide them a way on how to make money again in 5 years, right? Who doesn't like us most of the time is the roofer, right? The roofer, we have a lot of roofer with us, but at the same time, they like the model too, right? But some of them don't because they're like, oh, now I won't have to ever replace roof, right? And that's where I'm making a lot of money. Yeah. So that's probably the people that don't like it the most. But again, we're in the game for the homeowner, right? We want the homeowner to save the money. So when you turn everything back to the person that's literally buying or purchasing or investing in you, then that should be the end idea. And a little bit like Derek Roth that was on a segment with you earlier that's from Texas Roofing. Basically, what he was saying is a little bit the same, right? He started with GoNano, turned out to launch a roofing company, but now GoNano is actually like the best way for him to go and get these customers when the roof needs to be replaced. Good, but now, hey, I have something different for you. You won't ever have to call me again for replacing a roof because we're gonna make sure that roof stay there forever. Right? So the value prop there is amazing.
No, that is excellent. Listen, I'm going to cut this segment off. We have to go to our sponsors, but I look forward to having you back. It's going to be a great conversation. Thanks a lot.